Hi Saggy, welcome back to your channel. We're going to be doing your next 48 hours. So I'm going to jump right in for you. I hope that you guys are doing well. All right, let's see what's coming out for my Sagittarius, feminine and masculine, and placements. What's the theme of Sagittarius's next 48 hours? Give me some messages for Sag, or give me one card for Sag. What's the theme of their next 48 hours? Spirit, give me some messages here. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have talking. So you could do a lot of talking within the next 48 hours. I mean, I feel like that's a given, maybe, or maybe you haven't been talking a lot lately. You've been in your own bubble, your own shell, but you definitely are going to be expressing yourself a lot more within the next 48 hours. Also, someone could be very interested in you, or you could be interested in a certain topic. You may be gaining more information about that. I see you conversing more. An awaited message is coming in. So that could be an email, that could be a call, a DM, or a text message. Someone that you've been waiting on, or an opportunity that you've been waiting on, is coming towards you. You could be doing a lot of texting, calling, emailing, or hovering over your phone or your electronics. So wherever you are receiving communications, you could be doing a lot of hovering because it feels like there's a very interesting conversation that's happening for you within the next 48 hours. All right, so we have talking here. Okay, so the card that actually came out for you, Sagittarius, is the hammer. So within the next 48 hours, you could be building something. Some of you guys may be doing renovations or even getting new furniture that you have to set up. Maybe you are building something for your career or your business. You're reframing everything, which is a good energy of just not launching anything new, but rebuilding what you already have. Because I believe on November 9th, we'll be entering the retrograde. So it's not a good time to launch anything new, but you could be going back and just refining things that you've already done, refining, your work, your schedule, your routine. I feel like you're making like a to-do list, or you're prioritizing something. So you're really getting your priorities in order in November. Okay, so also with the hammer, this does talk about sabotage. So if you felt like you have been sabotaging opportunities, if you've been doing any self-sabotaging, you are getting it together really early on in November. If someone has been trying to sabotage you at work or at business, or maybe even in family, or even in a connection, you are getting to the bottom of it tomorrow. Why did I say that? I don't know what that's about, but I feel like you're going to be talking to someone and getting to the bottom of things. You could be rebuilding. There could be some type of interrogation. So you could be asking a lot of really firm and direct questions to get to the bottom of something. Something is repetitive. So I feel like you're having to repeat yourself, or you're having to do the same thing over and over again. Send out the same email, send out the same text. Maybe you also are planning something. You could be planning a party, or you could be the head of planning a party. Maybe someone's asking you to step in and plan an event. So it feels like something's very repetitive here. Also, you'll be very persistent and very determined towards your goals. So you could be getting a lot of things done within the next 48 hours. You could be clearing up your schedule for the rest of the week, where you have Friday and Saturday and Sunday like free. You don't have anything to do because you've got everything pre-prepared and you're working on something. Okay, so that is the hammer. All right, so with that being said, let's jump straight into your reading, Sag. Let's see what's going down within your next 48 hours. Give me some messages for Sagittarius. I must be excited because I have one of these quirks where if I get really excited, like if something's super amusing, I can drool on myself. It's like, I don't know where it comes from. It's always been like that since a child. And for some reason, my mouth is like really like, my mouth is saliva, so salivating a lot. So I don't know if you're eating something tasty, or if you have plans, maybe within the next 40 hours, you're going to be eating a really nice meal, or there's something very amusing or funny or humorous. All right. I'll try not to drool on camera. Okay, so let's see. Give me some messages for Sagittarius. Okay. Tell me about Sagittarius's next 48 hours. All right, we have the Nine of Cups coming out as your first card. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. And your last card, Sagittarius, will be the Three of Cups. Okay, wow. So a lot of the themes that we already covered are actually coming out in your reading. So that's, a nice thing here. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So you could be holding, right now, you could be holding, or even like towards the end of October, you started to hold something very close to your chest. Could be your plans, like if you're, in November, you are going to be planning to execute something out or to refine something, revisit something. You're keeping it very close to your chest. If you had to say something, because it feels like you're going to be very direct within the next 48 hours. If you've been holding your tongue, it feels like you're gearing up to say what you've been holding in. You also are following your intuition. So I feel like you're following your gut instinct, or you just feel more intuitive. You feel like you really understand what you're supposed to do, your next direction, your next step. You feel like you have the blessing of clarity, okay? So I definitely feel like you're cutting through any confusion that could have evolved in October. And in November, you're going to feel very determined. You're going to feel very clear about what you're supposed to do and how to get there, what you need to do. And I just feel you being more confident as well, maybe to express yourself. So that's really nice. All right, under that, we have the Ace of Cups. So again, there's something about following your intuition, following your heart, following your dreams, your visions. There's something here. There could be a new connection coming up for you, and maybe you're just going to go with it. Whereas in the past, maybe you would hold back or be a little bit more guarded. There could be a new friendship or a new lover brewing for you. Or this could be a new project, a passion project that you're picking up and you're going to make a success of, okay? And also the Knight of Wands. So it just talks about your speed within the next 48 hours, getting things done before the time has elapsed. So getting things done early, okay? Also, making an impulsive decision to act on your instinct, your gut instinct. Maybe even making an impulsive decision so that you don't overthink a situation. It's like, before I get in my head, let me just jump right in. So there's some type of situation here, or multiple situations, where you definitely are going to be coming direct. You're going to be very powerful with just even your optimism or how you believe in yourself. And it's going to have a really positive outcome. You have a lot of positive cards here. We have one negative card, but I feel like this is you coming out of that. But first, let's start about the Nine of Cups. All right, I think this is really funny because we do see some really good food. We have our homegirl here chowing down. So you could be getting some really, really good food within the next 48 hours. You could be eating out somewhere. Maybe you're not planning this or expecting this, but it does feel like a reward. Also, if you've been like on a very clean diet, you could be indulging a little bit more in the beginning of November. Maybe you're feeling like you're treating yourself, okay? With that Nine of Cups, I see you being very happy within the next 48 hours. You could feel like everything is going your way or things are turning out better than you expected. Especially with this Eight of Swords, you could have been having a lot of doubts or worries or fears that were keeping you from acting on something. But you're starting to see how the universe is opening up for you and you're getting very lucky, or the outcomes are surpassing your fears, okay? So let's talk about that Nine of Cups. Tell me about the Nine of Cups for Sagittarius. What is the Nine of Cups for Sagittarius? All right, we have the Book. So I feel like you're closing out a chapter and you're going to the next chapter, and you could be very pleased with how you ended this cycle. Maybe this past chapter that you've been through was not the best. It could have dragged you through the mud, but the way that you're coming out is like a phoenix rising from the ashes, and you kind of have this new glow to you, this new look and this new attitude, and you're super pumped for your next chapter. You know that it's going to be a great one. All right, so we have the book here. There's also something about knowledge and wisdom or something new that you could be learning that you're getting on the first try. You could have been very apprehensive about this. You didn't think that you would be any good. But it feels like as you have developed this skill, you're seeing that you're actually mastering things much faster than the normal person. So it makes you really happy inside. Some of you guys could be in school, and you're getting the concept very well. You don't feel confused, all right? Or you could be training, taking classes, and you're being able to excel beyond your peers. Or this could just be some new knowledge that you just were a little afraid to try, to put yourself out there. And I feel like now you're acting on, after all your research, you're feeling prepared and you're acting on it, and you're going to have a very favorable outcome because of that. All right, tell me more about the Nine of Cups for the next 48 hours for Sagittarius. There's a lot of cards of you just being super pleased, maybe even just this week. We have the Nine of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups, which I feel like is a very pleased card. I'm pleased with my life. I'm pleased with the outcome. I'm pleased with my environment. All right, so things look really good for you this week and also the next 48 hours. All right, tell me about the Nine of Cups for Sagittarius. Okay, we're getting that Ace of Cups energy again. So there's a new passion project or a new connection, maybe a friendship, or even new love coming in for you. And it feels really good. Now, I do feel like you're getting your dream outcome. So sometimes I look at the Nine of Cups as like your dream guy, your dream girl. So maybe if you are dating and you're meeting someone new, you feel like this person fell out of the clouds and they're just so much better than your ex. It's a big upgrade. Everything is looking very smooth. Everything looks good on paper, even. But if it is a new passion project of yours or hobby or interest, it's pleasing you and you're getting a lot of knowledge here. I almost feel like you could turn this project or this passion of yours into a hustle. You can make money from this. All right, we have the Nine of Wands. So after a really long period of struggle and just feeling like you could not go on, you're having a really bright outcome finally. All right, so you're just kind of reflecting on your past chapter and you're like, that was rough, but you know what? I landed on my feet. I'm looking better than ever. I feel better than ever, and I'm really happy about what's to come next. Even getting excited for your birthday season, okay? Because the Nine of Cups does give me birthday energy. So even as you're about to reach your new age and come into your birthday season, you could feel really good about that. I feel like this next year is going to be better than ever. Okay, excited for that next year to jump into your new age. All right, what do we have here? We have the Eight of Swords. So this goes to maybe, you know, in October or even earlier in October, a lot of doubts, a lot of fears, a lot of worries over your life, maybe your goals, and even your future, which made you too afraid to act on certain opportunities. And so that translates to self-sabotage. And I feel like you're coming out of that. You're going to feel very intuitively driven to take charge, okay? It feels like you can't lose and you're just going to act on it. So there could be some impulsive decisions that you make right now that people could be thinking you're a little crazy or, you know, why did you jump on that so fast? But I feel like you know that if you don't jump on it, then you have this pattern of self-sabotaging and you don't want that to be your narrative this time around. All right, clarify the Eight of Swords. There's something about more space as well. So I don't know if some of you guys are moving or there's some renovations in your home or even in your yard. You could be like, you know, because I have this card here. So I feel like there's going to be more space, especially with the Eight of Swords. This could talk about an energy of confinement, feeling like you don't have room to grow, room to breathe, room to vibe out. So there's something about being maybe opening new doors, new rooms, entering new rooms finally, or even like getting more space in your environment. Like maybe your community is doing an upgrade where they're expanding land, or you're getting more land. You're like, maybe, I don't know. There's something here where you're going to get more room, or you could be entering new doors, new chapters here. Give me one more card for this. Okay. Some of you guys, there's some type of masculine coming towards you, okay? So, yeah, I don't know what that's about. There is definitely some new love coming towards you, a alpha. Even if it's a feminine, a big alpha is coming towards you. This person could be inspiring you to reach new heights. That's what I'm seeing. There's a very positive energy surrounding this person, whoever this is for you. Let's talk about it a little bit more. Clarify the Eight of Swords for Sagittarius. Yeah, the King of Wands. It's a masculine possibly, or if it's not a masculine and this is a feminine coming towards you, they're very alpha, very like macho. They are very powerful. They could look at you and know what they want. So they could want something with you to build, create with you, or they could want a relationship with you. This person is very charismatic. They could be very charming, very handsome, or very sexy if it's a feminine energy. But what's the most sexiest thing about this person is that they take charge. Now, if you're masculine, I'm speaking of you, okay? So you got your mojo back. You're right where you need to be with that King of Wands. What's going on with this King of Wands energy? Now, if this is new love for some of you guys, we do have the Queen of Cups here. We do have the Queen of Cups as your next card. So it almost feels like some of my feminines here, you are falling or you're pleased with this masculine and what they've been presenting to you so far. But you could be, with your back turned, you could be repressing your emotions. You're not trying to give off too much of a vibe that you're interested. You're just kind of taking it slow, doing baby steps, okay? But I do feel like you really like this person. All right, tell me more. Maybe this is who you're going to be communicating with. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So someone is chasing, but they feel like they don't have a clear direction with you. They feel left out in the cold. Maybe you stopped talking to this person for some time. You guys have been in separation. Maybe you put them in the doghouse with the Eight of Swords. Okay, you put them in confinement. Feels like this person's going to be reaching out to you within the next 48 hours, and they want to have a conversation here. This person misses you, or they have very fond memories of you with the Six of Cups. They want to reconcile. They want to see you again. They could be inviting you out, maybe for the weekend, with the Three of Cups being here. All right, let's see how you may feel about this person with the Queen of Cups, or how this feminine may feel towards their masculine. So it's like you have emotion for this person, but you're hiding it, or you're just not trying to show too much. You just want to be very demure and very calm with your emotions. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to show them that you may be pleased that they're coming towards you. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay. So tell me about the Queen of Cups for Sagittarius. Now that King of Wands doesn't take no for an answer. So this is someone who will keep trying. They could be reaching out more than once to get your attention in the next 48 hours. But let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Tell me about my Queen of Cups here. All right, we have the Coffin. Okay, so you consider this to be one and done. You consider things to be over between you and this person. You actually did not expect them to return. All right, let's see what happened here. Tell me about the Queen of Cups a little bit more. So someone's emerging from the dead, and Halloween been over, okay? So let's see what's going on here. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. How is the Queen of Cups feeling within the next 48 hours? Whoever my feminine is. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, you could feel like you have made a lot of progress. You've been mastering your skill, mastering yourself. You've been putting a lot of work into yourself. So that's how you feel. Since this person has been gone, you've been really focused, concentrated on your goals. You've been working really hard towards your future. You've been really working really hard for yourself, your core identity, who you present yourself to be. You could be sitting on your high horse as the Empress. You're feeling this big sense of self-worth and you know your value. And even though you have once nurtured this connection, you may not trust it again to this person coming towards you. You're wondering what's their intentions because maybe they set you back in the past. So you're not trusting them. And also with the Hangman, you may feel like this person set you back, like something that happened or even the ending that happened between you two had you sit down for a little bit. It had you in pause mode. You felt like you weren't making progress and you just got back, or you have been making a lot of progress with that Eight of Pentacles, really having close attention to detail, having super focus or super concentration towards yourself and your goals, and you're worried about that. So as you're speaking to this person, you're just wondering, like, what is your deal? What are you doing back this way? And what do you want this time? Okay, the Star could be presented to you. So someone could be noticing your star power. Maybe they're seeing you in a different light with that star energy. This person could see you as very popular, or, maybe that a lot of people are interested in you as well. They're also seeing you as very healed. So I do feel like you have healed from this ending or the situation, because as far as we can see, you're the Eight of Pentacles. You've been working on yourself. You haven't been stagnant. So you definitely have healed from this. And I also feel like this person wants to rejuvenate this connection between you two, have a second chance and start over, start fresh, turn the page even, okay? So this person could be coming in, and it's very weird, maybe even in the next 48 hours if this person is reaching out to you, because the Knight of Swords talks about someone trying to save a connection, but they come in very last minute. It's almost like you are kind of late to the party type of energy, okay? Now, the Three of Cups, you will be invited somewhere. There is a party that either you're planning or that you're going to be invited to. There is some type of get together here. It feels very casual, lighthearted, and fun. But maybe even this person is trying to entice you to come out, and they're trying to make it that it's not a very serious thing, that you guys will have very lighthearted conversation. You guys won't go to a dark place, okay? But because of the building card, which talks about interrogation or just being very direct, whatever this person's plans are, it feels like the conversation could still get very deep, okay? So someone just wants a lighthearted approach to you, and they want some type of casual or lighthearted reunion. What is the Three of Cups for Sagittarius? All right, we have the Mountain. So yeah, Mountain talks about obstacles or challenges. So this person even trying to invite you out, or whatever this event is that you could be going to, it's up to you. There are some challenges. It's not as lighthearted or casual as someone's trying to make it seem, because there is blockages here. There is some type of challenge or obstacle to get over, to be able to relax and have fun, to be able to relax and, enjoy yourself. There's still like some type of blockage that needs to be talked about or handled before we can let our hair down and wild out, okay? So let's see what's going on with that. What can you expect with that within the next 48 hours? The Three of Cups. All right, Page of Wands. I do see that you're going to be interested in reconciling or even going to whatever this event is. You are interested. All right, but that doesn't mean that you're going to show up. You're just interested. And that is also in one of the cards that we pulled, the talking card. It talks about you being interested, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're saying yes. So what else can we expect with the Three of Cups? Okay, the Three of Swords. Maybe you were going to actually turn it down because it looks like someone's leaving here disappointed. So even if you are interested, you may be saying, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea until we get over this hump, the elephant in the room. We can't just skip over that and get back to being friends or being socialites or hanging out frequently. No, we actually have to handle things. So I'm going to have to decline. All right. Very interesting. Yeah, no. The answer is no. You are making some impulsive decisions, but it feels like it's towards your goals, not when it comes to a connection coming back around. So maybe you're just thinking of your highest good and you feel like you should stay away, or you feel like you deserve better respect of someone handling business before they invite you out to cocktails, okay? All right, so that's what I see as your next 48 hours. I'm going to pull some last messages for you and I'll be right back. All right, Sagittarius, so I have your last messages here. I'm going to just show them to you one by one. All right, so the first card that came out for you is plane ride. So maybe you will be buying a ticket within the next 48 hours, or you could be planning or going on a plane within the next 48 hours. So plane ride came out. All right, we also have promotion. So that's really nice. Maybe you are getting a message or email about a promotion or even good news connected to a future promotion for you. All right, also someone's very sexually fluid. So take that as you will, whether this is you or this is someone coming towards you, okay? So someone's sexually fluid here. We have I'm in love with you. We have shifting your reality, which is really nice. I love that. Insecure. Okay. Twin flame came out for you as well. We have drunk texting you. Okay. We also have gamble win. So again, maybe making an impulsive decision when it comes to your goals, your future. Taking a risk, you can have a big win within the next 48 hours, okay? If you're feeling called to, it's intuitively driven. So just remember that. We have jealous of you, or just jealous, maybe jealous of a certain situation. We have not interested. Great chemistry. And last but not least, we have nobody does it better than you, Sag. And ain't that the truth, okay? All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. Please like the video, comment down below, let me know what's going on with you or what happens within your next 48 hours. Subscribe to my channel and do not forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any readings that I do post this week and the coming weeks, okay? With that being said, I love you, Sag, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.